Hey, it's Jon Foss. I'm talking with Jeopardy legend Ken Jennings about his new show, Best Ever Trivia Show. Airs weekdays on Game Show Network at 3 o'clock. Ken, tell us all about the show.
Best Ever Trivia Show. Sounds like it's bragging, but it's a pretty good trivia show. There are 3 contestants every day who are facing off to win $10,000, but to do that, they have to go through a panel of kind of trivia know-it-alls. So I'm one of the experts on the show that they're going to have to beat if they want to win. Sherry Shepherd is the host. She's funny. It's a good time. It's an old-timey match game kind of show where there's a panel of goofy people riffing with the host.
What would you say has been your favorite moment on the show so far?
Honestly, we're supposed to be trying to beat the contestants. That's my job as a trivia know-it-all. But nothing is more exciting than when somebody actually beats you and wins that $10,000. You know, getting beaten on Jeopardy is a terrible feeling, but getting beaten on this show, like, I'm so happy for these people.
And Ken, one thing that sticks out about you is we all know that you're very smart, but you're also very funny. Have you always been like that, or is that just something you've picked up over the years of being in the spotlight?
I feel like I was always kind of a class clown as a kid. You know, the smart kid sometimes gets picked on, so that's when the smart kid learns to pivot and be the funny kid too. But honestly, there's just, people don't think I'm funny because there's no time to be funny on Jeopardy. You know, you try to make a joke on Jeopardy, you get that Alex look like, he's not into that. So I'm glad that this show has a lot more room for goofing around and riffing.
Do you think that's what's kind of given you your shelf life as being a celebrity? I mean, a lot of people would maybe have their big moment like you did and then drop off, but it seems like you've continued to excel.
It helps, you know, it helps on social media, it helps on Twitter if you're funny. You know, I write books now, I got a podcast called Omnibus, I'm on Best Ever Trivia Show. It's really very surprising to me that the 15 minutes of Jeopardy fame has not ended yet, and I haven't gotten back to my day job, so it's a nice problem to have.
Yeah, you were a computer scientist before this, and there's not a lot of famous computer scientists out there. But you do have the humor and the wit that we talked about before. When you were growing up, did you ever foresee this as a possibility, or did all of this just come out of nowhere for you?
It really came out of nowhere. When I was a computer programmer 15 years ago, I wasn't super great at my job, and I was trying to figure out what I wanted to do with my life. I was kind of having an early midlife crisis. I kept telling my wife, oh, maybe I'll go to law school. I didn't know what I was going to do. And by a freak accident, I got on Jeopardy. And that was my midlife crisis right there. I went on a game show. So, yeah, you're right. Not a lot of computer programmers turned celebrities. Maybe J-Lo? Was she a computer programmer? I don't remember.
We're going to have to look into that. Okay, so my question about this show is, a lot of people, I mean, we all know how smart you are. And these people have to play against you, but they pick you to play against you. Do these people even stand a chance?
The funny thing is they want to play me, you know. They'll ask them, okay, who would you like to play against in round 1? And like, it's amazing how many people just look me in the eye and are like, I want Ken Jennings, you know. Like, people have fantasized about, like, I want to beat that know-it-all from Jeopardy. And the great thing about this show is sometimes they do. You know, we're going to have people who turns out are just as smart as the trivia experts.
What has the celebrity life been like for you? Because, I mean, there's a big chunk of your life where you weren't a celebrity, and now I'm sure when you're walking down the street, people come up to you, they approach you. Is that fun, or is that scary? What is that like?
I mean, the good thing about Jeopardy fame is it's a very manageable level of fame. You know, once a day, somebody will, you know, point at me and whistle the Jeopardy theme, or, you know, somebody will want a selfie or have a very hard trivia question for me. You know, given the average demographic of Jeopardy viewers, I just can't go to nursing homes. It gets crazy. It turns into a Tom Jones concert.
All right, well, we can't leave without one Jeopardy question. Jeopardy James, we all know him. We've all come to love him. You said a face-off between you two is inevitable. Who is going to win that matchup?
Well, I'm not a sports gambler like James, but if I had to put money on that game, if it's 29-year-old Ken Jennings from like when he was first on Jeopardy, he's still young and fresh-faced and sharp, that guy's got really good odds. But 45-year-old Ken Jennings, I think he's going to need a few breaks against James Holzhauer. That guy is just phenomenal.
All right, so last question. Have you been to Minnesota, and is there any chance we'll see you up in the Twin Cities anytime soon? And is there anything you'd like to say to the Twin Cities audience, to your fans?
I've been to the Twin Cities many times. I love it up there. I've even been there in the winter on a book tour. That's how devoted I am to my fans in the Twin Cities. I love it. I love everything except the Mary Tyler Moore statue, which I don't think looks a lot like her.
Ooh, that's only like 2 blocks from our office, and I walk by it every day when I come to work. So now I'm going to think about you every time, and I'm also going to think about how we need to do better. All right, well, Ken Jennings, thanks so much for being with us. Twin Cities, check out Best Ever Trivia Show on the Game Show Network, weekdays at 3. Thanks, Ken.
Thanks, John.